Welcome to Vaping, Nicotine Addiction and Adolescent Mental Health in Australia. Risks, support strategies and best practice. In this 90-minute CPD course, we will explore the rising trend of vaping among Australian teenagers, the impact of nicotine addiction on the adolescent brain, and the close relationship between vaping and mental health. We'll also discuss how parents, educators, and youth professionals can recognise signs of harm, manage withdrawal, and apply effective prevention and intervention strategies that are evidence-based and relevant to the Australian context. Who should take this course? This course is designed for a wide range of people who play a role in supporting teenagers. Parents and caregivers who want to better understand vaping and how to address it with their children. High school counsellors and wellbeing coordinators, who are often the first point of contact for students struggling with vaping or mental health challenges. Youth mental health professionals, including psychologists, counsellors and therapists. Community health workers and outreach staff who work with young people in different settings. Social workers who support adolescents in vulnerable situations. Teachers and education support officers who can notice changes in behaviour and provide early support. By including such a diverse audience, this course ensures that all professionals and caregivers involved in a teen's life can work together effectively. Why this course matters. Vaping among Australian teenagers is a growing public health concern. Nearly 1 in 10 teenagers aged 14 to 17 have vaped in the past year, and daily use has risen sharply since 2018. Many young people believe vaping can help them manage stress, anxiety, or low mood, but nicotine addiction can actually worsen mental health, impair brain development, make quitting difficult. By the end of this course, you will understand the link between vaping, nicotine addiction, and adolescent mental health. Recognize early signs of vaping-related harm and withdrawal. Support teenagers in quitting without causing additional psychological distress. Apply evidence-based prevention and intervention strategies within the Australian context. Module 1, Understanding Teen Vaping Trends in Australia. In this first module, we will look at the latest statistics and patterns of vaping among Australian teenagers aged 14 to 17. We will explore how vaping rates have shifted from 2018 to 2025 and identify the most common reasons teenagers start vaping, including social influences, curiosity, peer pressure, and emotional triggers such as anxiety or low mood. We'll also address widespread misconceptions about vapes, such as the belief that nicotine-free vapes are safe. In reality, many so-called nicotine-free vapes still contain nicotine or other harmful chemicals. Module 2, Nicotine and the Adolescent Brain. Nicotine is highly addictive, and its effects on the adolescent brain are particularly harmful. We'll examine how nicotine impacts brain development, focusing on the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, impulse control, and planning. Because the adolescent brain is still developing, teenagers are more vulnerable to addiction compared to adults. We'll discuss how nicotine affects memory, mood regulation, and decision-making abilities, as well as the long-term cognitive and emotional consequences of early nicotine exposure, such as reduced attention span, impaired learning, and increased risk of mental health disorders. Module 3, Vaping and Mental Health, the Evidence. In this module, we will explore the strong link between vaping and mental health challenges among Australian adolescents. We will discuss evidence showing how vaping can be associated with higher rates of depression, anxiety, and stress. Many teenagers report vaping to feel calmer or to cope with anxiety. But this self-medication cycle is risky because nicotine can worsen underlying mental health issues over time. We'll review recent Australian studies and real-life examples that show how vaping can mask symptoms temporarily, but ultimately increase emotional instability and dependence. Module 4. Recognizing withdrawal and supporting teens through quitting. Nicotine withdrawal can be challenging for teenagers, and understanding the symptoms is essential. Common withdrawal symptoms include mood swings, irritability, anxiety spikes, and disrupted sleep patterns. We will cover how to differentiate between withdrawal symptoms and pre-existing mental health conditions. This module will provide safe and supportive approaches to help teenagers through the quitting process, such as creating a calm environment, offering emotional reassurance, and providing structured daily routines. We'll also discuss when and how to refer a young person to medical or mental health professionals for additional support. Module 5. Effective Communication and Intervention Strategies. Communication is key to helping teenagers address vaping. We'll discuss how to start a non-judgmental conversation that encourages openness and honesty. You'll learn strategies to build trust so young people feel safe discussing their struggles with vaping. We'll also explore school-based intervention models in Australia, which can be powerful in reaching teens before vaping becomes a long-term habit. Finally, we'll outline referral pathways such as Headspace, CAMS, Quitline, and community programs that provide free or low-cost support to adolescents. Module 6. Prevention and Long-Term Support. The final module focuses on prevention and ongoing support. We will cover how integrated care, addressing both mental health and nicotine cessation, produces the best outcomes. You'll see examples of successful Australian prevention programs in schools and communities. We'll also discuss family involvement, school well-being initiatives, and peer mentoring as effective strategies for reducing relapse risk. Finally, we'll talk about how to monitor progress and provide consistent encouragement to help teens stay vape-free over time. Learning outcomes. By the end of this course, you will be able to explain the relationship between vaping, nicotine addiction, and adolescent mental health. Identify early warning signs of vaping-related harm and withdrawal in teenagers. Apply effective, compassionate communication strategies. Navigate Australian help pathways and referral options. Support prevention and long-term well-being through integrated care. CPD Course Assessment. At the end of this course, you will complete a short assessment designed to check your understanding of adolescent vaping trends in Australia, nicotine's effects on the developing brain, mental health risks linked to vaping, withdrawal recognition and support strategies, Australian intervention and prevention pathways. Certificate and CPD credit. Upon successful completion of this course and passing the assessment, you will receive a digital certificate of completion confirming 1.5 continuing professional development hours in vaping, nicotine addiction, and adolescent mental health in Australia, risks, support strategies, and best practice. This certificate demonstrates your commitment to improving adolescent health outcomes through education and best practice strategies.